Step-by-step guide to buying your first rental property, even if you're new. Buying your first rental property doesn't have to be overwhelming. I'm gonna walk you through exactly what to do step by step. Hey there, this is Amanda Han, CPA and real estate investor. You know, I've helped thousands of people reduce taxes through real estate, and today I'm gonna talk about how to actually get started investing in real estate. Because without real estate, we're not saving on taxes. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the exact steps that I followed to buy my first rental property and the same steps I've used to build a portfolio of a whole lot of rental properties. If you're not sure where to begin or you're worried about down payments, loans, or making the wrong move, don't worry. I'm going to break it down in a way that's easy to follow and help you avoid some of the common and costly mistakes that I see new investors make. Let's dive in. Step 1, prepare your down payment. Let's start with what most people worry about first, which is the down payment. For most rental properties, lenders will require you to put down anywhere from 15 to 20%. That means if you're buying a $500,000 property, you might need $75,000 to $100,000 in cash. But if that feels out of reach, there's another option. The FHA loan, which lets you buy with just 3.5% down, as long as you lived in the property for at least a year. A lot of investors start with this house hacking strategy. Maybe they live in one unit and rent out the other unit, and so they're able to build equity while earning income and getting a favorable interest rate. Now keep in mind, FHA loans come with mortgage insurance, which adds to your cost. But either way, start by saving aggressively and exploring which option works best in your situation. Now, of course, there are seller financing and creative financing ways as well if you're not going to do the traditional route. All right, step 2 is build your credit. Credit matters a lot when it comes to getting a loan. In other words, the better your credit score, the lower your interest rate potentially is, and that means lower monthly costs, which then means more cash flow, right? So what you want to do is aim to get your credit score above 700 and ideally above 730 before you apply. That gives you more leverage with lenders and better loan terms. So if you're not there yet, clean up any errors on your credit report, pay down high outstanding balances, and really try to stay current on all your payments. It will make everything so much more easier down the road when you actually apply for the loan. Step 3, talk to lenders. Before you start property hunting, talk to a few lenders, right? I'm not saying to apply yet, just have a conversation. Share your estimated credit score, your income, and your goals. And a good lender can give you an idea on how much you could be approved for without pulling your credit. That number gives you a more realistic price range to shop in. You'll also learn how self-employment, business, or W-2 income can affect your eligibility, and that's super important to be prepared. This is a really crucial step to avoid wasting time or setting unrealistic expectations when you start shopping for real estate. Step 4 is choosing the property type. Now let's talk about what kind of property you might want to buy, right? You've got options: single family homes, maybe duplex, house hacking, triplex, and each of those may have pros and cons depending on your budget, where they're located, and also your goals. I personally don't recommend starting with large properties your first time, or also condos. Sometimes condos tend to have high HOA fees and more strict rules that could eat into your profits and limit your options. It's really important at this time to talk to a knowledgeable real estate agent in your area. They can help you understand which property types perform well based on the local demand, pricing, and also rental comps, so we know what income to expect. Step 5 is starting your property search. Now this is the fun and slightly scary part, which is looking at actual properties. Here are some of the things you want to know, right? Make sure the property is cash flow positive. This is the huge thing, right? We might love a property, but if the property itself is not cash flowing, then it does not make sense as an investment property generally. So you want to have a good way to calculate cash flow, analyze the mortgage, and really estimate your monthly income and payments. A quick example is if your property rents for $3,000 a month and your total monthly expenses, including interest, taxes, insurance, and repairs, are $2,500, you're expecting about $500 in cash flow, right? Avoid buying something that looks good but loses money every month. I know we all love those beautiful properties, but that's not investing. That could be a liability. So always look at the numbers. When you're just starting out, try to avoid properties that need major renovations, like a whole new roof or new foundation. Cosmetic fixes are fine, little things here and there, but for the bigger projects, save that for later. Step 6, get pre-approved. Once you've narrowed down your price range and researched the market, it's time to get pre-approved for a loan. And this is where your lender will run your credit, dig deeper into your finances, income, your debt, your cash reserves, and the property's projected rental income. With a pre-approval letter in hand, you are now ready to make serious offers. Step 7, make an offer. Now comes the exciting and again, scary part, making your first offer. So lean on your real estate agent here, right? They're gonna be your advocate. A good agent can help you identify properties that match your budget and strategy and negotiate terms that really protect you. Always include an inspection contingency in your offer if you want the right to walk away or renegotiate if something major turns up. Step number 8, inspections. Once your offer is accepted, schedule a professional inspection right away. Don't do this yourself, okay? This will help you uncover anything hidden, major roof damages, plumbing issues, foundation cracks. These are things that could cost you a ton of money down the road. So we wanna make sure we identify those before we make the final decision on whether to close on a property. Because if something major comes up, you can then renegotiate with the seller or decide to walk away. Either way, don't skip this super important step. Step number 9, close on the property. Once everything checks out, you'll head into escrow. During closing, you'll sign the final documents, pay your closing costs, and get the keys to your first rental property. From there, you can get it rent ready, find a tenant, and start collecting income while also taking advantage of all of the tax benefits that come with owning rental real estate. Now let's take a step back. What if you have bad credit? Because that's the truth for some people, right? If your credit isn't great yet, you still might be able to invest just a little bit differently, right? Some investors work with hard money lenders or private lenders or creative financing by working with sellers. And so there are other ways to get into real estate outside of just down payment and having amazing credit. You can also consider buying with other partners, right? Who are able to help with the loan process or have additional down payment. Still though, if you want the best rates and long-term financing, your best move is to work on improving your credit and saving enough down payment to get into your first rental property. So there you have it, my full step-by-step guide to buying your first rental property. As I said before, after you buy the property, then it's time to strategize on all the different ways to save on taxes. Real estate is one of the most powerful tools for wealth building and also reducing your taxes, but you don't have to do it alone. If you want to learn more about the tax benefits of real estate investing, check out my other videos here. And if you have questions or need help with your plan, feel free to schedule a call with my team using the link below. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments, are you planning to buy your first rental this year? See you in the next video.